Hello, good night, everybody. I'm going to talk about the chapters from 5 to 10, the book The Little Prince. The summary of chapter number 5 is each day the pilot learns a bit more about the little prince. The little prince hums. On the third day of the little prince visit, he finds out that the prince wants the sheep to eat a baobab, seedlings that grow on his planet. Baobabs are giant trees whose roots could split the prince's teeny planet into pieces. So in the chapter number 6, on his fourth day, with the little prince, the narrator becomes aware of just how small the little prince planet really is. The little prince is surprised that on Earth he has to wait for the sun to go down to see a sunset. On his planet, a person can see the end of the day whenever he likes by simple moving a few steps. The prince mentioned that one day he saw 44 sunsets, and that sunsets can cheer a person up when he or she is sad. In the chapter number 6, on his number 7, on his 50th day in the desert, the little prince wonders if his new ship will eat both bushes and flowers. The pilot, who is trying to repair his plane, replies that ship will eat anything, and the little prince asks him what use of flower stones are if they don't protect the flower. The pilot, frustrated with his engine and worried by his lack of food and water, yells that he is too busy with serious matters to answer the prince's question. So in the summary of chapter 8, the little prince tells the narrator all about his flower. One day the prince noticed a mysterious new plant sprouting on his planet. Worried that it may be a new type of baobab, he watches it cautiously. At first, the sprouts grows into a rose, a beautiful but vain creature who constantly demands that the little prince take care of her. The little prince loves the rose very much and is happy to satisfy her request. In the chapter number 9, one day of the little prince departure from his planet, he cleans all the trees of his volcanoes, even the dormant one, and he uproots all the baobabs shoots he can find. He waters his rose a final time as he is about to place the glass globe over the rose's head. He feels like crying. He says goodbye to the rose. At first he refused to reply, but then she apologizes, assures the little prince that she loves him. She says she will be fine without him to take care of her. So in the last chapter number 10, at the beginning of his journey, the little prince finds himself near asteroid 325, 327, 328, and 330, and he decides to visit them one by one. On the first asteroid, he encounters a king sitting in a throne and wearing a magnificent blue cloth. The king, happy finally to have a subject, begins ordering the little prince around. The king claims to reign over every stars in the universe, but in really he always tailors his order to fit the action of the person he commands. For example, when the little prince jumps, the king quickly orders him to jump. So this was my summary about the chapters. Thanks for your attention.
Girls, you have questions for Luis? No? Clear as a chocolate. Lo mismo que yo leí. Okay, Luis. What is the little prince plan to setward his planet from Bobas?
Can you repeat, please?
What is the little prince plan to setward his planet from Bobas? What is the little prince plan to save, let's see, his world? Which animal the little prince, let's see, bring to his planet?
The ship?
The ship, right? Very good. Okay, the next question. What does the little prince love to watch? What the little prince, let's see, love in his planet?
The stars and the rose?
The stars and the rose? There is something important that you mentioned. There is something important. What does the little prince love to watch? To watch. He watched a lot of times. Or maybe I can change the question, right? How many times in one day does the sunset on the little prince planet? How many times he watched? How many times? ¿Cuántas veces vio el sunset? How many times? ¿Cuántas veces he watched the sunset?
40?
40?
No,
40 what?
One time?
How many times? You
Mentioned that the pilot watched the sunset 40 times.
Okay, it was not the pilot, it was the little prince. Okay, and the little prince loved to watch the sunset. It was 44 times. Okay, maybe you got confused. Okay, the last one. That is from chapter number 10, right? So let's see. Okay, let's see. How many asteroids planets does the little prince visit in total? How many planets does the little prince visit in total? How many planets?
6 planets.
6 planets. Very good. Excellent job. So, Normita and Vilma, you have questions for Luis? Questions? Doubts? No? Everything is clear as a chocolate?
Okay, in my case, I have a question for Luis. Luis, did you like this book or this lecture?
Yes, I like the book.
Yes, why?
I think that the book is very interesting because tell about the history, how the pilot travels with the princess and knows about the history, how the princess knows with the rose, and how it tell him about all about your planet and how they meet with the rose.
Okay. Yes, excellent. Thank you.